Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to take the derivative of a sine function. So here we have our function, which is sine square 4x times sine of x cubed, and we want to take the derivative of this particular function. So since this function is a product of two functions, we can actually write it as this is u and this is v. Okay, so these are the two functions multiplying. So here we can apply the product rule. So the derivative, so I'm going to use f prime of u times v equals, you have u times v prime plus v times u prime. Okay, so here this is u and v prime is the derivative of v, which is dy over dx. And this is u prime is the derivative of u with respect to x, so that would be du over dx. So I'm going to go ahead and make a substitution of these terms here. So we get u is just sine square 4x times d over dx of sine x cubed plus v is sine x cubed times d over dx of sine square 4x. Okay, so basically I substituted this function into the product rule for derivatives. So now we have this right here. So another thing that we have to know is that the derivative of sine x d over dx of sine x equals cosine x, and d over dx of sine u equals cosine of u times du over dx. Okay, so whenever we're taking a derivative of sine with u is a function, not x, it's a function of x, then we have to apply the chain rule here. So it would become cosine of u times the derivative of this u function right here. Okay, so now we get, let me just write this down, we get sine square 4x times d over dx of sine x cubed plus sine x cubed times d over dx of sine square 4x. Okay, so now let's start taking the derivative here. So we got sine square 4x times the derivative of sine x cubed is going to be, this is u that we just did in the chain rule, so this is little u, so we got sine of x cubed times the derivative of x cubed. Okay, so this is exactly what I applied. So sine of u is cosine of u times the derivative of this function. So this is sine of x cubed times the derivative of x cubed plus, here we get sine of x cubed times d over dx. Okay, this one sine square 4x, I'm going to write it as sine of 4x squared. Okay, so I just changed this into this right here. So now in the next step, we get sine square 4x times sine of x cubed times the derivative of x cubed is going to be 3x squared plus, we get sine of x cubed times, now we take the derivative of inside, is going to be 2 times sine of 4x to the 2 minus 1 times the derivative of sine of 4x. Okay, so now we get sine square 4x times sine of x cubed So sine of x cubed times 3x squared plus sine of x cubed times 2 in parentheses sine of 4x to the 1, and then the times the derivative of sine of 4x is going to be cosine of 4x times 4. So let me take it to the next. So we get sine square 4x times sine of x cubed times 3x squared plus sine of x cubed sine of x cubed times 2 sine of 4x times cosine of 4x times 4. Okay, so this is the final answer for this derivative of this expression that we had earlier, which is 4 sine square of 4x times sine of x cubed. So it's a lot of work, but once you know the method, it's if you follow the process, then it's a lot easier to get to the answer. Hopefully this helps. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.